Liverpool stars return to Anfield, training after international break, as Arne Slot prepares for massive Manchester United clash. Liverpool's AXA training centre in Kerkez was full of energy and excitement on Wednesday morning, as several first-team stars made their return from international duty. Head coach Arne Slot wasted no time in getting his squad back together, insisting that every minute on the training pitch counts as the Reds prepare for one of their biggest fixtures of the season: the weekend showdown against fierce rivals Manchester United at Anfield. After nearly 2 weeks of international football that saw Liverpool players scattered across Europe and beyond, the focus has now shifted back to domestic competition. The Reds are sitting near the top of the Premier League table, and Slot knows that maintaining momentum against United could define their title challenge this season. A full house at AXA Training Centre. The morning session was lively and competitive. Among the returning players were Mohamed Salah, Hugo Ekitike, Wataru Endo, Dominic Szoboslai, Alexis Mac Allister, Ryan Gravenberch, Cody Gakpo, Milos Kerkez, and young forward Bobby Clark. Alexander Isak, who has recently become one of the most talked-about players at the club following his impressive run of form, was also present, showing no signs of fatigue after representing Sweden. Salah's return was particularly eye-catching. The Egyptian captain looked sharp and motivated, smiling through drills and joining in the tactical sessions as if he hadn't missed a day. Reports suggest he was in excellent shape while away with his national team, and Slot is expected to rely heavily on his leadership and experience in the heated clash against United. Hugo Ekitike, one of the summer signings who has started to adapt quickly to the Liverpool system, appeared fresh and focused. The Frenchman, who scored during the international break with France U23, seemed eager to continue impressing his manager. Meanwhile, Dominic Szoboslai, who captained Hungary during the break, was seen chatting closely with Arne Slot after training, possibly discussing his role for the upcoming game. Mac Allister and Gravenberch back in shape. Two midfielders who caught everyone's attention were Alexis Mac Allister and Ryan Gravenberch. Both players had solid performances for their respective countries and returned without any injury concerns, a huge relief for Slot and the medical staff. Mac Allister, who continues to grow as one of the leaders in the midfield, was seen working on tactical positioning and pressing drills. His understanding of Slot's system has been crucial this season, providing balance between defense and attack. Gravenberch, on the other hand, looked energetic and confident, constantly involved in passing combinations during small-sided games. The Dutch midfielder has been steadily improving under Slot's guidance, and the manager reportedly praised his composure and technical intelligence after the session. Sources from the club's training ground revealed that Slot sees Gravenberch as a key piece in controlling the tempo against Manchester United's dynamic midfield. Arne Slot's message: no time to rest. Speaking to the club's media after training, Arne Slot made it clear that Liverpool cannot afford to slow down. International breaks are important for players to represent their countries, but once they return, the focus must shift immediately, he said. We have a massive match ahead, and every training session is part of our preparation to make sure we perform at our highest level. Slot emphasized that his players must quickly readapt to the team's rhythm and tactical structure. He also hinted that the upcoming fixture would require maximum intensity, pressing, and smart decision-making, qualities that have defined Liverpool's identity this season. He continued, Manchester United are a team that can hurt you if you give them space. We need to be aggressive, organized, and brave. The players who returned today showed great commitment, and I'm confident we will be ready for the weekend. Intense training drills and team unity. The session began with light jogging and recovery exercises before transitioning into technical drills focused on high pressing and quick transitions. Slot, alongside his coaching staff, including Sipke Hulshoff and Ruben Peters, organized multiple tactical mini-games that emphasized teamwork and fluidity between lines. Observers noticed that Salah, Szoboslai, and Gakpo formed part of one attacking unit, while Ekitike and Isak were paired together in another group. This could be an early hint of the combination Slot is considering for the Manchester United clash. Liverpool's fitness coaches also ran specialized conditioning routines to ensure players returning from long flights and tight schedules quickly regained full match sharpness. The staff are said to be impressed with how well the players managed their fitness during international duty. Salah and Szoboslai lead by example. Leadership was on full display during the session. Salah, as usual, was vocal and motivating younger teammates. He stayed behind after the main session to practice finishing drills alongside Szoboslai and Gakpo. The trio spent nearly 30 minutes refining their shooting and link-up play under the watchful eye of assistant coach Vitor Matos. Szoboslai's energy was infectious. He shouted encouragements throughout, urging teammates to keep the tempo and press faster. Slot has previously praised the Hungarian's professionalism and hunger to improve, describing him as the type of player who sets the tone in training. Defensive organization and goalkeeper preparation. Meanwhile, the defensive unit, including Kerkez, Joe Gomez, and Ibrahima Konate, who returned from minor injury recovery, worked on positioning and ball distribution under the direction of defensive coach Arne Slot himself. The emphasis was on playing out from the back and controlling transitions, key principles of Slot's football philosophy. Goalkeepers Alisson Becker and Kawhimin Kelleher also resumed full training after short rests. Goalkeeping coach Claudio Taffarel led intense drills focusing on reaction speed and ball handling, with Alisson looking particularly sharp. What this means for the weekend. As the preparations intensify, fans are already buzzing with excitement. The match against Manchester United is always more than just a game. It's a statement of dominance, pride, and legacy. Slot's arrival has brought fresh tactical ideas and renewed belief among the players, and his emphasis on unity and hard work is beginning to reflect in Liverpool's performances. According to insiders close to the club, Slot is expected to use a high-tempo 4-2-3-1 system, possibly with Salah, Gakpo, and Szoboslai supporting Alexander Isak up front. McAllister and Gravenberch could form the midfield base, providing both creativity and control. Defensively, Kerkez and Gomez are likely to start as full-backs, while Konate and Van Dijk may be tasked with neutralizing United's counterattacks. Global attention on the rivalry. The clash between Liverpool and Manchester United remains one of the most watched football matches globally. Millions of fans across continents are already building anticipation for the game at Anfield, a stadium that has witnessed countless iconic moments in football history. With both clubs undergoing transitional phases under new management, the narrative has shifted toward which side can best adapt and impose their philosophy. For Slot, it's not just about tactics. It's about reviving the spirit of Liverpool football, pressing relentlessly, attacking courageously, and believing until the final whistle. Team spirit and the Anfield factor. Before concluding the session, Slot gathered his players in a tight circle at the center of the pitch. He delivered an inspiring talk, reminding them of the club's values and the importance of fighting for the badge. Anfield expects passion, he said. Our fans don't ask for perfection. They ask for commitment. We must give them everything. The players applauded, and as they walked off the pitch, there was a sense of unity and purpose. The staff noted that this was one of the most focused and spirited sessions since Slot took over. With all major players fit and motivated, Liverpool's preparations are on track for what could be a defining weekend in their season. As the sun set over Merseyside, one thing was clear. Arne Slot's Liverpool are back, and they're ready to fight. Together. And other news. Ibrahima Konate suffers minor injury on international duty, but expected to return soon. Liverpool defender Ibrahima Konate has given fans a small scare after picking up a minor injury while on international duty with the French national team. The 26-year-old centre-back, who has been in strong form this season, was forced to withdraw midway through France's final friendly match before returning to Merseyside for further assessment. Fortunately, early reports from both the French Football Federation and Liverpool's medical department suggest that the issue is not serious, and Konate is expected to rejoin full training soon. The incident occurred during the first half of France's clash against Switzerland. where Konate appeared to pull up holding his right hamstring after making a sprint to recover possession. Although he initially tried to continue, the defender signaled to the bench moments later, and coach Didier Deschamps made the decision to replace him immediately as a precaution.